What up, y'all? This is your boy Chase. Before getting things started, if you're new to this channel, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also subscribe to my boys Millaboy Gaming and Heemz Gaming for more gaming and live streaming. If you're into that kind of stuff, you may even see your own boy up on there kicking some ass in live streams. And also, shout out to Den of Geeks for their article. That's the article that I'll pretty much be paraphrasing for this review, because they pretty much just mirrored my same sentiments as I watched the episode, and I kind of wanted to just to see where we were both at. I really enjoy their articles. They do some pretty dope stuff. So thank you guys. And so let's get into this. Into the Badlands, season 3, episode 12, Cobra Fang, Panther, Claw. We pretty much get like a continuation of last week's episode. Obviously, last we left out, Nyx got knocked the fuck out by Ankara by a damn skillet because Ankara's a crafty little ass witch, and I guess she really fears the master, and what I really enjoyed about this, this season is just that we really don't know who the hell is the good guy, who's the bad guy. Because, normally, Into the Badlands does a really great job of doing and differentiating between who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, who to root for, who not to root for. See what I mean? So in this season, we really didn't get much of that. And I thought Ankara finally, changed her ways, but she's more afraid of the master for some reason. I'm up here thinking, I'm like, oh shit, wait a second. So wait, is the master the villain? Or is she good? The first battle that we get into is we see Pilgrim literally pull up to the master's monastery and they start duking it out. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Pilgrim, even though I don't really like, Pilgrim's delusional as, prophecies and whatnot, he had some pretty good ass points as to why, and as to questioning why, the master does what she does and why she tends to control the dark ones, the abbot's gift. He said, okay, first of all, lady, how can you say that you're doing this for their greater good when you literally induce them in comas with little sharp ass needles, to which I'm pretty sure the master would say to her rebuttal, I'm teaching them how to balance themselves, teaching them responsibility and discipline. Even though they may be a little unconventional. I mean, hell, look at fucking Pilgrim's way of life. How he's trying to discipline his people. Azura, even though it's a real ass place, I guess. And they're the lost children of Azura, as Ankara would put it. But you can't really knock the master for doing what she's doing. I mean, she's doing a great thing because she knows how volatile, the abbots would get, especially the ones with the gift period. They would slaughter innocent ass people. So for her to teach them balance, discipline, and responsibility is not a bad thing at all. It's way better than what the fuck Pilgrim's doing. He's just using them for fucking power. So there you go. And another big battle I really enjoyed about in this episode really was finally we get to see the competition between Baroness Chau and Minerva, the Widow. Because, and this is a personal stake for the Widow because, she's been going through hell with the Chaus ever since she's been a damn kid. That's how her and Gaius, started their little ship, their relationship, It's a long lost love between the two of those people. And shout out to my boy Gaius for finally summing up his character and really understanding, like, look, man, your privilege does not excuse your blindness at all. I thought that was really cool of him to do that, straight up. But then also, the Iron Fan, where we see the backdrop is very terrifying. First of all, it's very sadist, very strange. But then it's also the very place that we see Gaius and Tilda both be tortured. I think in the trailer, last week in the episode of this episode, we see Tilda looks like she's getting branded by something, or branded period. So I really liked how that fight went down between Minerva and Baroness Chau because she decapitated her ass. And she walked off like the badass that she is. Completely fucking balanced. Just as the damn master put it. Another thing is, I really enjoyed I don't know why, but I enjoyed this, but I really did. I really enjoyed how, and I think this kind of paraphrases what happens to him later on in the episode. I really enjoyed, the little car ride that Nyx, Sunny, Bajie, and Ankara had. Because, Bajie was talking about all the animals that he specifically didn't eat, that he hasn't eaten yet. And specifically, he mentioned the hawk. And I kind of feel like what happens towards the very end of the episode, he gets stabbed in the gut and he seemingly dies. I think the hawk symbolized that, he knew he was gonna die. Because Bajie is one of those people that he's very funny, but he's also he can be very passively aggressive. And dropping gems on you somehow in his own little funny, quirky way. Nick Frost is a great actor, by the way. Really love his stuff. And I think the hawk just symbolized, him, just going on that greater journey, spiritual journey, and him just flying away, his spirit flying away into Azrael itself, if you will, quote unquote. And I really don't see the Black Lotus as like a new foe either. I mean, we've seen them before. We've seen Sunny whoop their asses before, same as Bajie. And speaking of Sunny, I realized that this season as well is a big let go Sunny kind of season. You know what I mean? I mean, for example, he literally despises the Widow at this very moment, but I guess, given the fact that his hatred for the Widow, it makes perfect sense. I mean, if it wasn't for the Widow, Vale would still be here. Henry would still have a mother. Sunny would still have a wife. So who can honestly hate the man for wanting to kill the bitch and hate her? Like you killed my fucking wife. If it wasn't for you, my wife would still be here. And I'm pretty sure, because, and I know a lot of people are going to say, well, but what about Sunny's actions? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Sunny's had enough time to atone for his own personal actions, which is why for the very first half of the season, we see my man, just dousing himself in alcohol, because we constantly heard him say, Vale, it should have been me, not you. I should be dead, not you, So I think this season also, was a big, look, Sunny, let it go. I'm your ally now, or something of that variation. So I really enjoyed this episode in this season. I'm really sad to see this show go, man, because it's a really great show, man. It really showcases martial arts choreography so well. It was very, very dope, and I really am sad to see it go, and I hope something comes out of it. I hope a fucking spinoff happens or something. Like, we need to know how everything ends, or like I said, it needs to be a spinoff or something. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, man. This has been your boy here. Speaks. Peace and love.